the surprises of the bridge.
Wow.
There's no dogs allowed, but we have this beautiful... In order for the bridge to be a success, many moving parts must work together seamlessly, just like the fine automobiles we are tasked to place in strategic locations, expertly arranged throughout the golf course by the incredibly talented architect, Jacobo Domingo. We are gathered together with beautiful maps detailing with precision which car goes where, take into consideration variables such as ground clearance and course design. So here's the map. Here's a Ferrari. The car coming in for staging is this beautiful Pininfarina bodied 330 Cabriolet Ferrari. Beautiful. Now I need to take a moment to admire this beautifully coach-built body design. Speaking of coach builders, Rungi cars are a sight to behold. This makeshift ramp was developed in order to get the cars onto the golf course, and it's absolutely incredible. And the BMW fires up and he has to move it to a separate staging area. 2002 convertible cabriolet, sort of roll bar situation going on. But it's not only about beautiful Italian and German cars. The French cars are well represented with the flawless Citroën convertible in a perfect color. So we have some cars that are coming in for staging. Wow. Nothing cooler than a Messerschmitt, a Jaguar D-Type, a Jaguar XKSS. The XKSS is unique to other sports cars. Imagine taking a prototype endurance racer and converting it for street use. But the only thing you did was shave the wing, add a passenger seat, and a windscreen. Only 16 D-Type Jaguars, like the one that Mike Hawthorne infamously took to victory in 1955, were converted for the street. In 1957, this car went 0 to 60 in 5 seconds, something that was completely unheard of. Those are modern day numbers. So this was the first supercar. The Mercedes SL was another. This is beautiful. Wow. Innovations like disc brakes and aerodynamics put the XKSS on the map. In addition, the widespread influence of Steve McQueen made this car famous. Absolutely one of the best looking cars that's ever been created. This was one of my favorite cars as a child. This held the top speed record before the McLaren F1. And people wanted this car because initially Jaguar had planned to make this car with a V12 power plant. But people were highly disappointed when it became a turbocharged V6. All the deposits, when it was announced that they were going to the V6, were withdrawn by many of the initial customers. Wow, this blue is incredible. These are amazing. All right, I'm gonna go volunteer. I'll see you guys later. Wow.
Yeah, it's right by Speedster.
Not a single boring line on this car. Just an amazing looking 1934 McQueen Norris Streamliner, because I had no idea what this thing was until I read it on the license plate. Just an amazing looking car. Wow. If you lose anything on the dashboard, you're kind of screwed. Don't let that easy pass slide on you. This is a period correct, unrestored Ferrari. Wow. Some may wonder, how do you get a Porsche race car safely onto the lawn without scraping the undercarriage? Well, just listen and watch. XKSS. One thing I admire about the early Porsche racers was the sheer size. The thing was tiny, meaning that the smaller it was, the less weight it could carry, and the faster it could go on a racetrack, beating the giants, such as Ferrari, Mercedes, and Jaguar. Honest, a race car going backwards is a sight that you'll never see. Because in a car like this, you'll never have to look backwards because you're ahead of the competition. After holding my breath for nearly 2 minutes watching James Bozzetta position this priceless Porsche race car into position, I felt a sense of relief that the makeshift ramps strategically placed at multiple entry points functioned as advertised to get all the machinery safely onto the lawn. After listening to the perfect Porsche sound system, which is that brilliant air-cooled engine, it was time to move on to preparing my section of the 18th hole of the golf course. Friendliest vehicle you'll ever see. It's really cool to see a really cool car in a sand trap. So I wonder how this Land Rover support vehicle will do. Hey! As more cars entered the lawn, we had to secure their placement along the slopes of the course with wheel wedges. The consequences would otherwise be very pricey. The paint finish on this beautiful Cadillac was as deep as the ocean. What a sight to behold. Guys, so staging is getting underway. You have the GT collection. You also have an amazing array of Targas and a beautiful Singer 911. So yeah, my adventures here at the bridge. Who doesn't love a 997 GT3 RS? The thing is gorgeous. Porsche Carrera GT. Jazz Dillon's car. Unbelievable. GT2 RS. And my buddy, Brett's lawn. The 600 has entered the lawn. I think a Spiker with an Audi V10 is absolutely gorgeous and has all the perfect details. But first, let's get ready. 4-cam. That has a 4-cam engine. That's a Carrera 4-cam engine.
Very cool.
That's insane. And this is cool too, and so is that, but the old cars definitely dominate the presence of the bridge. Somebody set their car alarm, and we're looking at the engine bay of a Ferrari F50.
So that carbon fiber is the air intake plenum.
Yeah.
Goes down through the butterflies,
Yep.
throttle bodies, into the cylinder head.
Amazing.
This is Alex's friend Jason's new car.
There you go. I love the simplicity of this interior. Even though the car itself is not that simple, but no radio, no air conditioning, just
Perfection.
all you need. The only thing you need is a gear shift lever, a steering wheel, and some pedals, and some cooling, obviously, because this is, wow, Ferrari F50. Cheers. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yes. 100%. Knock a ducks. Look at this Lamborghini. Are you a Lamborghini guy?
I like the older ones like this more. The Mira is gorgeous, but
course.
some of the 70s and 60s earlier ones,
Yeah.
I really think are cool. They're just very unique looking.
Yeah. Oh, I know the guy who owns this. He has a Carrera GT.
This one?
Yeah.
Very cool.
I haven't seen him yet. He's out here somewhere. Somewhere on this lawn. There's not a bad car on this lawn. This is insane. All right, let's roll. With over 300 cars on the fairways of the bridge, it was nearly impossible to see every car, but that's exactly why you should follow the Bridge's Instagram page. What I love about this year's event and what I loved about the 2019 event, there's a car for everybody's taste. If you wanted to see the evolution of the hypercar, you were served the best examples, and in some cases, multiple examples of each. You had cars that fueled the cocaine excess of the 1980s, and the cars suitable for a beachside picnic. This time around, I didn't know where to turn to next, and my lost sense of direction as I crossed paths with friends was fully welcomed. Jeff, Shameen, and Bob did it yet again. Thank you for watching.